Everyone. Welcome to another day of building something with AI. Today, we have built something like an agentic platform where we create agents and then we attach tools to those agents and then we can chat with the agents. So we are called it Tool Hub for now. I'll just sign in to the application and give you a walkthrough. Also, you can go to create one and then create your own organization, but I already have one, so I'll just log in using that. All right, I don't need to save password right now. All right, so this is the home page. You have a nice little picture greeting you, etc., and then you have these options. So let's explore each of those options one by one. You have home, marketplace, my tools, agents, and chat. So first is we'll go to my tools section, which is currently empty. And then there is an agent section, which shows up like this. I'll tell you what it all does. Now, we first have to go to the marketplace. Okay. Now, you can see a lot of tools over here, and then you can see a couple of categories over here. So, what exactly is the product? You see, if you're familiar with LangChain or LangGraph, you know that there are agents which are like wrappers over an LLM model. And then with the advent of LangGraph, we are able to create something called React agents. It's not the same as the React framework, which is used to build UI, but this is React in the sense that it reasons and acts, and then there is a loop which happens until the LLM provides a result to it. Now, the advantage of creating a React agent is that you can apply tools to these agents. And these tools can be any function. So what I have done is that I created a marketplace of such tools and I've given categories to these tools. So if you go to mathematics, so you can see a BODMAS calculator. Now what this tool basically does is if you give it some mathematical operations, it will calculate them and give you the answer. Okay. So we try to install this first. It's install, obviously it's fast because it's running on my local host. Now, if you go to my tools, you can see a BODMAS calculator over there. Okay. Now we have this tool, we installed it from the marketplace. Now what happens? I go to agents and uh, you can see an agent creating section and then the list of agents you have. Now let's do something. We'll just create a math wizard agent. Okay. And I'm using the GPT-4o model. You can use any other model. We'll just keep the system prompt like this. System prompt is what defines the behavior of the agent. Okay, so we don't need to change it right now. And for this agent, we're going to use this tool. Now, once this is done, I'll just click on create agent and you can see that the agent is created and it has one tool in its use. Okay, great. Now, what is the next step? Once you have an agent, all you have to do is you can click on chat and a chat window opens up. Okay, now I can just chat with this agent like I chat or like you're chatting with ChatGPT. Okay, it's the same experience. With just one difference is that it has the ability to call tools when it finds it necessary. Let's see. I say, hey, it's thinking, and it gave you an answer. Okay, so if you just look over here, it's thinking something and it gave an answer. Okay, so this is pretty decent. Now let's ask it what is 50 plus 50. Okay. All right. So now you can see that it was thinking and then it did a BODMAS calculator. That means it understood that it has to do some mathematical calculations and it knew that it has a tool that will help it do it. So what it did is it used the BODMAS calculator and it got the answer. Okay. Now, let us say what is 2 plus 2? Let's do that. Okay. So this time you see it was thinking, but it gave the answer directly. So what's the difference? See, sometimes the LLM, if you know how an LLM is made, an LLM has a vast amount of data which it's trained on. Okay. And these are basically files or text which has been given to it and has trained on it. Okay. And an LLM basically is just a guessing machine. If you give something, some words to it, it will just guess the next word in the series. So what happens is the result of 2 plus 2 is 4. It is a very common thing which it might have found in some of the documents that it was trained on. That is why it skipped the calculator and it answered directly. Okay, but if you give some complicated operations, let's say I tell it to 67.25 plus 235 divided by 25 into 100. Okay, calculate this. Now, if I give it that, it knows that it has to use the calculator and it does the calculation and then gives the result. Okay. Now, this is one of the tools. Let's say I use one more tool. I'll go to marketplace and I will take a currency converter. Okay. I'm installing this and I'll do something that, let's say, currency viz. Okay. I don't know why I'm stuck with the viz word. Okay. Now for this, I'll be using the BODMAS and the currency converter. Okay. And I'll create an agent. I'll go to chat and the process is same. I'll just tell it 434 into 223 plus 465 and 2035. Okay. So it's using the BODMAS calculator and giving the answer. Now let's try something else. I'll just copy the same expression. Then I'll tell it calculate and give me in dollars. Okay. Now let's see what it does. It's using the BODMAS calculator and giving the answer. Okay. Maybe we didn't specify what currency. If you need someone to please with the currency you want to. Okay. Calculate this in INR and give me in dollars. Let's see if it understands that. Board mouse calculator and then it's using the yeah, okay. So you see, it calculated this as this is the answer, and then when converted, it's approximately this much INR. I don't know what it did over there, but then it did convert to dollars. Okay, so you see, it has used two tools to give this particular answer. Okay, so that is the overall product. So an agent can be connected with a lot of tools, and then you can make a chat session out of it and then get the results. Now, this doesn't end over here. This is just the beginning part of making this tool. What you can do is for the product or for the LLM, it doesn't matter from where the tool is coming. It can come from an external source as well. So you can see over here, it has GitHub also. So if we connect GitHub to this agent, it can actually go and create pull requests or maybe do some commits or anything that you can think about. Okay. So in the coming lectures, we'll be making something like MCP tools. We'll connect it to agents and allow agents to make external queries and then get some work done. All right. Okay. So that is the product for now. Thank you for joining, and I hope this gave you some ideas. Thank you. Bye bye.